What if spies die for betrayal, revolts spark a nation, and a Supreme Court seat changes justice forever? That's October 2nd. Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Welcome to Today in History. October 2nd is one of those wild dates. You get espionage, revolution, civil rights, tragedy, and iconic firsts. As always, it's not just about what happened, but why it still matters. Let's roll. October 2nd, 1780, Major John Andre, a British Army officer, is executed by American forces as a spy. After being caught collaborating with Benedict Arnold, the drama here is thick, clandestine meetings, betrayal, ambitions of switching sides. Andre's death became a symbol in revolutionary law. Espionage is dangerous. Loyalty is contested. And war is never just battlefield versus battlefield. That tension between secrets and honor. It still plays out in politics, intelligence, whistleblowers, leaks. The questions: who tells, who hides, who pays the price? October 2nd, 1835, the first military engagement of the Texas Revolution at Gonzales. Mexican troops tried to take a cannon from Texan settlers. The settlers said, famously, "Come and take it," and resisted. That standoff ignited the fight for Texas independence and shaped the identity of a region. It's a story of defiance, power, small groups taking a stand against a distant power. Themes still seen today. Think local versus federal, rebellion versus authority, borders versus will. Fast forward, October 2nd, 1967, Thurgood Marshall becomes the first African American justice to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. That seat didn't just fill a vacancy, it symbolized decades of struggle, jurisprudence, civil rights battle, and the idea that justice must reflect justice. When Marshall took that oath, it told millions, the system can bend, change, open doors, sometimes slowly, sometimes painfully, but open them. Other events on this date: 1958, Guinea declares independence from France. 1950, the Peanuts comic strip by Charles M. Schulz publishes for the first time. 1944, the Warsaw Uprising, which had raged for 2 months, ends when Polish resistance surrenders to German forces. 1919, President Woodrow Wilson suffers a serious stroke, leaving him incapacitated for much of the rest of his presidency. It's a mix: independence, art, wartime sacrifice, government fragility. Also imagine, one day you're drawing peanuts, next day you're shaping 20th century pop culture. Or sitting in Congress, having a mild stroke, but still signing off on things. History's weird that way. Think about it: espionage and accountability, revolts against authority, breaking racial barriers, nations claiming self-rule, art speaking to millions, governments vulnerable to health and power. These threads run through our current moment. When we talk about whistleblowers, protest movements, Supreme Court decisions, civil rights calls, we're not starting fresh. We're carrying forward. These stories are alive. They warn us: justice must be fought, not assumed. Loyalty can be weaponized. Institutions must open or be forced. Art and culture break walls. Leadership can fail or rise at fragile moments. This is the part where I ask you to do something. Because history only has teeth when we let it bite our conscience. Pick one of today's stories: Andre's betrayal, the Texans resisting at Gonzales, Marshall's court seat, and let it shape your voice. Maybe support organizations defending whistleblowers, free press, or transparency. Learn more and share the story with someone who thinks justice happens magically. Vote and advocate for leaders who reflect the dignity and rights people fought for. Engage in your local court system, civics, racial justice, or education where you live. Leave a comment. Which October 2nd story moved you most, and what will you do because of it? Subscribe if you believe our future must remember these stories, not as trivia, but as lessons, challenges, and invitations to act. Let's turn history into a living call, not a dusty archive.